Here is my presentation of how medium affects audience perception of literary adaptation.
Oh boy. Alright, well, we already saw this.
Here are the works cited for the project, if you can see them. If you're listening to this, it's works heard. And that is an awful pun. I chose the film, Noises Off, based on the play, Noises Off. Literary adaptation of written work into different mediums occurs every time there's a new medium to create with. So, what's the audience to make of the work that's unimaginable or unadaptable, such as a play written for the stage, adapted into a motion picture? Whether some work is good or bad is purely subjective, and this same subjectivity is true of an adaptation of a play into a film. This next section is the literature review, and this is the lit review. Just kidding. The thesis for my conceptual source is that the medium is the metaphor. And, quote, Postman, each medium, like language itself, makes possible a unique mode of discourse by providing a new orientation for thought, for expression, and for sensibility, working by unobtrusive but powerful implication to enforce their special definitions of reality. And of course, the new medium that works as a metaphor for our generation is moving pictures. Yikes, what a bad transition. On my scholarly source by Simone Murray is like an attack on all research papers that tackle literary adaptation as its theme. So I am targeted. She says, frustratingly, such studies routinely produce conclusions that provide, in fact, no conclusion at all. Comparative case studies overwhelmingly give rise to the frankly unilluminating finding that there are similarities between the two mediums, but also differences, before moving on to the next book film pairing to repeat the exercise. Yeah, and that is basically my conclusion. Thanks to the magic of another medium called the internet, I was able to find archival reviews of the film from the Washington Post, the Entertainment Weekly, the New York Times. I'm just putting a "the" in front of all these. The LA Times, most interestingly, had a review written by Michael Frayn himself, wherein he says, I liked the film. I couldn't see for the life of me beforehand how such an inherently theatrical confection could be made to work in the cinema, but I think Bogdanovich has brought it off. Before I present how drastically different an adapted text is, I wanted to present this illustration of the snake eating its own tail. Firstly, here is a few pages from the third act of the play that equal roughly 1 minute of screen time in the film. And wait, no, you're not actually reading this, are you? The scene is high energy, high slapstick. It ends with a character falling down a set of stairs, and I've also included a video of myself enjoying reading this.
Bag! What do you mean?
Now, here is that minute come to life and acted out in a way that can only be on the screen. Typically, an audience would be reacting to this, and the director took that into account and actually does cut to an audience. You'll see.
The box? They both not gone. What on earth's happening? Where's Mrs. Cratchit? You wait in the bedroom.
No.
Well, get dressed then.
I am not going in there.
I'll fetch your dress out here. Your dress has gone.
Oh!
Don't panic. There's a perfectly rational explanation. for this. Jesus, what is
All
going
right,
on?
now here is that scene again,
What do you mean,
with
bag,
me
bag?
enjoying the
Sardines!
film version of that scene acted out.
Sardines!
Okay, just kidding. I can't do that to you. Now for a side-by-side comparison. I need water. The medium fundamentally changes the work, and performance is merely a component of adaptation that affects your perception of the medium, and that it's only different. It's not bad or good. It's whatever meaning you ascribe to it. Much of my research was intended to drive the writer and reader to the brink of insanity by challenging the how to think about adaptation and the medium. And my presentation as well is designed to challenge your notion of a presentation by being trans medium. Play within a play turned to a movie about a play within a play. How much more meta can you be? Is there a stage play adaptation of the film version of Noise is Off? That is a play about a movie, about a play within a play? And then someone could, in response, make a documentary of that adaptation? Create a movie about a play that's about a movie that is about a play within a play?